capital interests, very powerful corporate interests, lobbying our government constantly to cut benefits to poor people, to people with disability. I do not think that disability is like a thing that is going to make most people able to live a good life if they're disabled. In order to get Medicaid, if you're single, you have to make something like under $16,000 a year. I remember I looked it up once when I was working a temp job and wanted to see if I qualified for Medicaid. No. Also, often, if you start working at all under disability, you can lose those benefits. They're purposefully difficult to apply for, difficult to navigate, you're constantly shamed for using them. And again, under capitalism, they will constantly be under decay. I'll give you an example of how the government starts to decay under capitalism. I work in Washington, D.C. Over the years, more and more government work has been contracted out to private companies. It's to the point where when you're walking in the halls of a government building, you have no idea if someone works for a company or works for the actual agency. The only reason for this is to enrich the owners of these government contractors. It would be cheaper and more productive for the government to hire workers themselves. But instead, because of capitalism and because of capital interests constantly chipping away at any of our social safety net or any of our ability to spend money on useful programs, and so you end up with 45,000 or whatever, how many ever companies it fucking is in the DC area, all with owners who are just raking in the bucks. Taxpayer bucks, by the way. The social safety net in this country is full of holes. And when I say capitalism is in decay, what I mean is the problems from capitalism are getting worse, not better.